With their powerful jaws and armored bodies, alligators are some of the most fearsome predators on planet Earth. But did you know that they can actually smile? Today we were going to be taking a look at the top 5 facts about alligators that you didn't know you needed. Stick around until the end to find out just how big these prehistoric creatures can get. Alligators belong to a group of reptiles known as crocodilians, which also includes crocodiles, caimans, and gharials. There are 4 extant species of alligator today, 2 in the genus Alligator and 2 in the genus Gavialis. The American alligator and the Chinese. Alligator belong to the alligator genus, while the gharial and the false gharial belong to the Gavialis genus. Now this may seem simple enough, but wait till we tell you about the other facts. You're going to be wishing you had a simpler family tree. Let's take a look at the American alligator. Native to the southeastern United States, there are 3 subspecies of the American alligator: the Mississippi alligator, the Louisiana alligator, and the Florida alligator. Wait, what? Just kidding, they're all just the same species. But before it was determined that there were no significant differences between the 3, they were all classified as separate species. In 2006, genetic testing revealed that all 3 were actually the same species, and that any physical differences were due to geographic variation. This means that if you're a proud owner of a Mississippi alligator, you should probably change your Facebook page to reflect that it's just a regular old American alligator. Don't worry though, because they still have plenty of unique features that set them apart from other species, like being one of only 2 species of alligator with a wide, rounded snout. So you'll still be able to brag about that to your friends. When it comes to size, the American alligator isn't messing around. These guys can grow up to 4.6 meters long and weigh over 900 kilograms. We all know that size matters when it comes to having a good time. If you want to see one for yourself, head on over to the Florida Everglades or a zoo near you. The American alligator has quite a few natural predators, including the raccoon, the bobcat, the black bear, the cougar, and the coyote. However, the majority of these attacks are concentrated on young alligators. Because of their size, adult alligators have very few natural predators. Even humans aren't safe from these powerful reptiles, however. There have been numerous attacks by alligators in the United States and around the world. In fact, in 2009, an alligator attack hotspot was identified in Puerto Rico. Between 2007 and 2009-12, unprovoked alligator attacks occurred in this area. One local resident was even bitten multiple times. Now, why would this happen in Puerto Rico, you ask? Well, the answer is simple. It's a gharial hotspot, but don't worry. The good old American alligator isn't aggressive by nature, and you might not even notice it unless you're right on top of it. In fact, they're so chill that they can tolerate much of the southeast's warm summers without needing to seek shade. What better way to beat the heat than by basking in the sun? However, sometimes they do need to cool down. So where do they go when they need a quick dip in the water? Well, here's a hint. Somewhere with lots of fish. Alligators are opportunistic predators, meaning they'll eat pretty much anything that moves. They won't pass up on fish, turtles, snakes, birds, and mammals, and they've even been known to eat each other. It's not uncommon for hatchlings to be eaten by their own mother, and cannibalism is more common in males than females. Alligators will typically eat whatever prey is most readily available, but they also have specific dietary preferences based on where they live. For example, American alligators tend to eat more fish and turtles, while saltwater crocodiles tend to eat more mammals. When hunting, alligators rely primarily on their sense of sight, but they can also detect movement through vibrations in the water. They use a combination of stealth and speed to ambush their prey. Their strong tails help them move quickly through the water. Once they have their prey in sight, they strike with lightning-fast speed and use their powerful jaws to clamp down on their meal. Now that we've talked about what alligators eat, let's talk about how long it takes them to digest. It can take anywhere from 3 to 12 hours for an alligator to digest its food. The American alligator has a very efficient digestive system that allows it to break down and absorb nutrients from its prey very quickly. This is important because alligators are apex predators and they need to be able to take down large prey items. In addition to their size and strength, the American alligator also has a number of adaptations that make it such a successful hunter. Its eyes are located on top of its head, which gives it a wide field of view. This allows it to spot potential prey from far away and also to keep an eye out for predators of its own. Alligators also have a special membrane called the nictitating membrane that covers their eyes while they are underwater. This keeps water from getting into their eyes and also helps them to see clearly while they are submerged. Alligators are cold-blooded animals, which means that they rely on external sources of heat to regulate their body temperature. This is why you often see them basking in the sun. The heat from the sun helps them to become more active and better hunters. As we said earlier, there are two living species of alligator today: the American alligator and the Chinese alligator. However, there are many species that have gone extinct over the years. In fact, during the Cretaceous period, there were over 240 species of alligator alive, and the oldest known alligator-like reptile dates back to around 290 million years ago. It's older than dinosaurs. Unfortunately, most of these ancient alligators died out, and today there are only two species left. The Chinese alligator is one of those species, and it's on the brink of extinction. There are only an estimated 100 to 200 individuals left in the wild, making it one of the rarest alligators in the world. The Chinese alligator is found only in a small area of eastern China, and it faces a number of threats, including habitat loss and poaching. Because of its rarity, the Chinese alligator is considered to be a vulnerable species. Conservation efforts are underway to protect it from extinction, but it will likely remain a rare alligator for the foreseeable future. If you thought that was scary, just wait till you hear about this next one. Did you know that the American alligator can live up to 50 years in the wild and even longer in captivity? That's right. These guys are basically immortal. Of course, they can die from things like disease or predation, but barring any unforeseen circumstances, they could live forever. Well, not forever, but you know what I mean. So if you're ever lucky enough to come across an alligator in the wild, be sure to respect its space. These creatures are truly amazing, and we should do everything we can to preserve them for generations to come. We hope you enjoyed learning about the incredible world of alligators. You know we did. These majestic creatures are truly one of a kind, and we were so glad that you took the time to learn more about them. If you learned something new today, be sure to hit the like button and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.